Hello everyone. Welcome. This is your friend, Alakazam ASMR. And today, we're going to embark on possibly the final chapter in this Bionicle Tahu Nuva series. In this series, we started with Tahu Nuva, the Tahu Nuva of air. Kopaka Nuva, the Tahu Nuva of ice. Gali Nuva, the Tahu Nuva of water. Pohatu Nuva, the Tahu Nuva of stone. Onua Nuva, the Tahu Nuva of earth. And next on to the leader of the 6 Tahu Nuva in this Bionicle series, we have Tahu Nuva, the Toa of fire. Toa of flame, Toa of fire, whichever designation they officially gave him. As is the standard for the Bionicle series, you have a different coloured canister, a different coloured lid, and a different gimmick to go with each individual Bionicle. So, sit back and relax as we get into Bionicle Tahu Nuva ASMR. 8572 Tahu Nuva, let us begin. We have our usual canister with the nice little bit of colour, the red being a really nice bright touch. We have our usual Bionicle.com. We have Tahu Nuva, whose ability was to use his 2 blades to allow him to surf through lava. They always tended to try and get extreme sports into a lot of children's toys in some form. So, Tahu, being hot-headed as he was, would sail and surf through the molten lava. You can see on the surface there, he's got quite a cool appearance and 2 dual blades. So, let's get round to opening the canister and building our new friend, Tahu Nuva. Please enjoy. As you can see, we have all the pieces inside as well as the manual. So, gently. Okay. Put the lid up there, along with our manual. Tahu Nuva 8572. We'll refer to that later. Okay, let's get the operating/building table ready. We have our torso piece here. We have 2 legs, quite bright in colour as well. We have orange for the arms and legs, which will come together quite nicely. We have the head with this coloration to it. These red eyes. Let's see if I can get a shine on there. Very nice. So, that is the head, without the mask, of course, of Tahu Nuva. Okay. We have 2 feet here. We have, of course, no Bionicle is complete without that mask. We have Tahus here. Then we have individual pieces. We have his dual blades here. Put them up. We have the shoulder armor slash pauldrons. And we have the chest armor here. And we have the small bits and pieces that we require in order to assemble our friend here, Tahu Nuva. Let's just separate them all by color. There we go. These pieces will go over here. We have all the tools ready to create Tahu Nuva. So, let's get to reading the manual, and hopefully, without any setbacks, we will assemble a full Tahu Nuva. Stay tuned. And so, since we have all the pieces assembled, of course, we have to construct Tahu here. Luckily, when I bought these things, I got the manuals included, so there's no guesswork. We have our picture of the 6 Tahu Nuva now fully assembled. Onua, Toa of Earth, Lewa Nuva, Toa of Air, Pohatu Nuva, Toa of Stone, Tahu Nuva, the Toa of Fire, Kopaka Nuva, the Toa of Ice, and Toa Gali, Toa of Water. So, let's get to assembling Tahu. Step 1. We take the torso piece and a small black piece here into the neck torso area. I've done the liberties since this part has a tendency to run away from me. So that is step 1 already complete. We're blazing away. Okay, we have a torso piece here. Step 2. Put a small gear into the back of the torso. Oh wait, no, it's not complete. I zoned out there. In fact, I need to put this in first. Okay, now step 1 is complete. I got a bit carried away there. Okay, now step 1 is complete. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And now step 2 is complete. Alright. So, for step 3, pretty typical, we have to put the longest bar possible through the gear in the neck area, along with one of these securing rods. We need the longest one possible, so out of these two, yeah, here's the longest one here. We need to put it through this small hole here. And yeah, put it all the way through there. Put one of these grey pieces in. Oop. Okay, so that is step 3 complete. Let that rest there, if we can. And get to step 4. Step 4. We need a big gear and one of these other securing rods in the back. So, we take this small piece here and we put that through the back, like so. And then the last securing part here. So that is step 4 complete. We have a functional gear motion in the back, which will come in useful later on. Okay, so for step 5, we need to put gears into both arm joints. Okay, this can be problematic at times, but you're supposed to put 2 pieces in here. But the catch is sometimes the gears have a tendency to jam up a little bit. So, what I like to do instead is, I like to only put 1 gear because 2 gears tend to jam up. Even when you secure it, it tends to jam. So you get a bit of motion, but I like to only put in one gear. So we'll make an exception. Okay, so we'll consider step 5 complete. We'll only have motion in one arm, but you'll get the picture later on. Step 5 complete. Next we need to do step 6, which is to put these 2 small black bars through each of these connecting areas. These will make the necessary points for us to have arms. These small rods will go through here. One of them fell out, excuse me. There we go. Like a scrap iron scarecrow now. Step 6 complete. Now for step 7 we need to put another one of those small bars into the neck area and the longest bar down the bottom. These are going to make the necessary areas for us to be able to... Where is that piece? Ah, there it is. I left that bar piece into the head, so we'll leave this for later. That small bar's already been put in the head of Tahu Nuva. I was messing around with it earlier. So, all we're going to do is put this long bar through the bottom, which is going to make the connecting area for us to make his hips and legs. So, that is step 7 complete. Now I need to go on to step 8. Step 8, the aforementioned head. We need to put that onto the neck socket. You'll see the figure beginning to spring to life. There's Tahu. Mostly naked, but you're beginning to see the bionicle that he is destined to be. Hey Tahu, how's it going? So, that's step 8 complete. Next, step 9, pretty basic if you've been watching the other videos. We just need to connect 3 pieces. A black connecting part, an orange part, and a red part to make a leg. So, we need 2 of these each. 2 of the feet, and 2 of these black parts here. So, let's put them together. Click. There we go. And then this ball socket gives it the freedom of movement that we need to make this little toy so dynamic. There you go. You get a nice little bit of movement there. You can flex just like the real life ball socket you have in a human leg, except exceptionally bigger. Okay, that's one leg standing there on its own. And next we do the second leg. Connect that, and we have our pair of legs. Step 9 is almost complete. We gotta just connect them to the limbless Tahu Nuva here. Don't worry, buddy. I got you. That goes in there. And on this side, it will go here. So now Tahu can finally stand on his own 2 feet. He's an independent tower of fire who don't need no man. The legs stand him up pretty well, as does for all the tower. So that is now step 9 complete. And I'm willing to bet for experience that step 10 is just connecting the other leg. And so it is. Step 10 is also complete. We now need to do just step 11 and 12, I'm assuming. Yes. Which is making arms with 3 pieces and connecting the 3 arms. So we're going to need these 2. These connect, and these for the hands. quite nice to have red hands. Okay, connect the first arm joint here, and here, and so we have an arm assembled. And next we connect the other one. Oh, there we go. So we have two arms. Look at him flexing there. Okay, so we put one arm in this area here. And we put the next arm through here. There we go. And now we have a very bare yet functional Tahu Nuva. Nothing much to him yet, but will be a Tahu Nuva yet. He has functional arms and legs. Now we just got to add the little details that make him a Tahu Nuva. A true bionicle. We take the pauldrons, these silver pieces here, and connect them to the arms so he doesn't look so skinny. Oh, wait a minute. That's why I've connected that arm wrong. So I actually need to... Just a moment. Yeah, so he actually needs to be connected like this. Yeah, that arm was wrong. That's my fault. There we go. So now we have his pauldrons. So Tahu Nuva just looks that little bit more bulky. And looks more like a warrior. So that's step 12 and 13 complete. All we gotta do is step 14 and 15, which include putting his chest armor on, which clips in at the front here. And the final moment to complete Tahu Nuva, at least appearance-wise, is his mask. Tahu Nuva, Tower of Fire. His mask is on now. And it's a very cool looking one. Get some light on the situation and zoom in, if we can, on the eyes. It's a pretty noisy car that went by. So, Tahu is one of the brightest Tahu Nuva, actually. His colour is really well complemented. The silver, black, orange and red really makes quite the memorable figure. Tahu Nuva, Tower of Fire. But we're not done yet. We just got to do step 16, which is connecting his weapons. Tahu has these dual blades. Very cool and very nice. I like how they added this little detail to the back of the blade to make it look kind of like a wave of fire, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it was a real weapon called the flamberge, which was called a flame blade. So I don't know if it's alluding to something like that. And we have Tahu Nuva with his weapons. That arm will be a bit looser because I didn't attach a gear, but we wanted to be able to show off Tahu Nuva's nifty little trick he can do with his gear and weapon. We'll show that in a moment. And now, let's just... falling apart here. let's just keep him still for now. There we go, he's stable. Look at that. Now there's a Bionicle. And so, we'll get to messing around with Tahu Nuva in just a moment. Stay tuned, my friends. And so we have Tahu Nuva completely assembled. As you can see during the cutaway, that Tahu Nuva is actually quite similar to Lewa Nuva. In fact, the build is almost identical, even right down to the weapon. You can use them as these dual-bladed swords or as a single dual blade. So, you have quite the bit of posability when it comes to Tahu Nuva. Whoops. His leg just fell off there. Maybe because the guy who built him is a bit of an idiot sometimes. So, we now have a dual blade. I actually, during the break, put the second gear back into Tahu, so you can, in fact, when you move this gear, move up, down, up, down. It doesn't look as imposing when it's a dual blade, but it's pretty cool. So hey Tahu, how's it going? High five. So, Tahu Nuva is the leader of the Tahu Nuva, and he's got quite the colourful yet still stylish look to him. He has the dual blade here, which is imposing enough on its own, with a good degree of flexibility because of the ball joint. The gear giving you a simple motion, like so. And it moves both arms, the gear. Obviously, it's going to look its very best in terms of weaponry when you put one in each arm. This is the way Tahu would usually fight, would be with both blades extended, like so. Jump, 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 jump. All this combines to make Tahu Nuva a very sleek and badass looking warrior. Isn't that right, Tahu? Oh, he knows. And that is Bionicle Tahu Nuva. But we're not done just yet. We have to use the hidden feature of Tahu's weapon. Admittedly, it's a really cool concept. They could have just executed it a little better. What you do is, you take the two blades, and you're supposed to fuse them together. So basically, you have the underside of Tahu's foot, and you would use this as a kind of surfboard. Now the problem I have with this figure is that it's a really cool figure, don't get me wrong. The only flaw is he can't really connect the blades to himself. All he can really do is slide these in at the bottom and this at the back. But that's really about it. You still have the board, but there's no way to really secure it in place. But you can still kind of make it work. You just got to hold them in place for it. So that is Tahu Nuva. High five, Tahu. Really cool looking guy. And so we're getting to the end of this Bionicle Tahu Nuva series. series. But I've had such fun making these videos that I never really explored Bionicle, even as a child, outside of the Tahu Nuva, and the Rakshi, who were the villains of Bionicle. Now, they are quite strange to come across, so it's really a 50-50 chance, but if I see an opportunity possibly to do another series of Bionicle, if it strikes my fancy and my wallet correctly, then you might see these guys once again. I am considering, let's put Tahu Nuva to stand still here. I am heavily considering doing bonus episodes to this Tahu Nuva series, because we still have these hybrid Bionicles, this one requiring Onua, Pohatu and Tahu together, and I have all 3 manuals, so maybe I'll get to constructing whatever this Bionicle is supposed to be. Until then, this is currently, at this moment, the last Tahu Nuva video, until we get around possibly to more. If you'd like to see me do more Bionicle or videos of this nature, if it's in my price range or it's available, I might just consider it. Until then, this has been Bionicle Tahu Nuva. Maybe I'll have a video where I'll have all 6 Toa assembled as well, just for fun. I'm just brainstorming ideas at the moment, but you know, there's a lot of potential there. So, let's take Tahu Nuva, as cool as he is, and seal him away in the canister until we have need of him next time. So, take the manual, fold it up in the canister. Let's just take him away in portions, so that way he's a lot quicker to assemble next time we see him. Just the leg, another leg, his mask. Gotta say, I really have enjoyed this series. Surely I will come back to it at some point and add in my own little optional videos. We'll see. We have our red canister and our Tahu as his mask. Episode 6 complete. Bionicle, Lewa Nuva, Kopaka Nuva, Gali Nuva, Pohatu Nuva, Onua Nuva, and now, completing the series, Tahu Nuva. We've successfully opened and made videos of all 6 of the Tahu Nuva. I've had fun in this adventure, my friends, and I hope you have too. There's no guarantees that I'll come back to Bionicle, but it's been a breath of fresh air. It's a good way to go back to my childhood, get some nostalgia, and mess around with something that's quite a unique concept for LEGO. If I do come back to Bionicle, it will be something close to this time period. I don't think I'll go too close to the present day. I'll probably stick to either the Toa Mata, if I find them for a good price, who are the previous forms of the Tahu Nuva, or the Rakshi, or maybe even the Borok, who are the enemies of the Tahu Nuva. Until then, this is Alakazam ASMR. Thank you for watching this Bionicle series. Got any ideas for any other videos? Feel free to drop a little message, even if you just want to say hi. And as always, no matter who you are or where you are, have a good time, alright, my friends. Thank you so much for taking a moment to pay us a visit. I hope your day goes wonderfully, and I'll see you soon. Take care, my friends. And remember, this channel is always here for you. Adios, my friends.